All right, 12s, let's make a statement to begin today's show. If you want the Seattle Seahawks to win the NFC West, all I need you to do is hit the like button. Let's get some good vibes, good energy going. We're less than 100 days away from kickoff now, folks. Smash that like button. If we get 500 likes today, I guarantee there's a division title coming to Seattle. Let's make it happen. Hit that like button. We'll get started with this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, starting right now. Glad to have you with us here on Seahawks Today. I am your fearless leader, Tyler Jones, here with you. Thanks for joining us. We have the latest update from Seahawks OTAs as we are going to give you our takeaways as we're a couple of days into this now, and we have heard from a number of your favorite Seahawks already. Julian Love, Riq Woolen, Cooper Kupp. We will let you hear what they had to say and react to it coming up here on today's show. What we're going to do is I got some quotes that we're going to go over and kind of break down how things look for Seattle. And what's so fascinating when it comes to OTAs, I know some people, especially the casual fan out there, may be wondering, what is significant about OTAs? Well, for one, this is the first time that we get to see everybody all in one place. Now, it is voluntary. You don't have to be there. Nothing is mandatory until we get to mandatory minicamp here in a couple of weeks from right now. But this is a chance for everybody to kind of see each other for the first time. There's no live contact going on, but it is significant, especially on the offensive side of the ball as they install this new offensive scheme under OC Klint Kubiak. Let's start with the defensive side of the ball, though. Devon Witherspoon entering his third season in Seattle, and he is already bringing the boom. That's what we do. You guys know what I did there. Bringing the intensity to this Seahawks defense. He has been so electrifying in his first two seasons in Seattle. And as the Hawks begin OTAs, he's not backing down by any stretch of the imagination. John Boyle of Seahawks.com had this report. As the Seahawks simulated a 2-minute drill situation during Tuesday's opening session of organized team activities, an offensive player jumped before the snap, a penalty that had cornerback Devon Witherspoon demonstrating that he is in midseason form when it comes to talking trash. Moments later, one of his teammates broke up a pass. Witherspoon was at it again, bringing regular season intensity to a voluntary workout taking place on a postcard perfect late afternoon in May on the shores of Lake Washington. Is anyone surprised by this? This is who Spoon is. He is so competitive, and he brings the energy in everything he does. And, you know, with some players, there is a question mark about effort and who actually cares. And Devon Witherspoon, I'd never have to worry about that with him. He is always going to give 100% effort and be a fantastic teammate. And even when he's trash talking here with the offense, it's all in good fun. All right? He's not putting the offense down. He's getting his own guys fired up. So I love seeing that already from Devon Witherspoon. I have high expectations for him in 2025, and I think he's going to have a great season and be the best player on this entire roster. I think that's what Devon Witherspoon is in 2025, becomes that dude, as the kids would say. You know, I'm about to turn 29 tomorrow. People are already calling me Unk. I got to use the lingo, you know, like the Gen Zers if I'm going to be an Unk these days. Is Devon Witherspoon the Seahawks' best player? It's our pinned comment today. You got two options here. Type Y for yes, in for no. Sound off in the comment section. You might get an ad break while the ad's playing. Weigh in and let me know what you think. Feeling the love. Can you feel the love tonight? The Julian Love. Julian Love is excited. He's entering his third season with the Hawks defense as well. He had a Pro Bowl nod his first year. Last year was a very strong season as well. He's been one of the most consistent players on this defense. And for a guy like Julian Love, he knows the defensive scheme. He's one of the best players on this defense. He doesn't have to be here by any stretch of the imagination. If he had an excuse to not be here, I don't think anybody would be too upset about it. But he's still bringing it when it comes to OTAs. Here's what he had to say on the first OTA practice. It's exciting. The first period, the two sides were talking stuff to each other. Everyone's just excited. We've been doing drills. Coaches have been in the office the past few months. And now we get some football action, see the ball in the air. You can just tell the juice was flowing for sure. There's a sense of appreciation to be out there in a jersey repping. It's just always fun when you're back into it. The offseason is enjoyable. Everyone's relaxing. But when you're back in football, it's just like riding a bike. You're just back with your guys having fun and competing. And I think he's the leader of this DB room. Devon Witherspoon might be the best defensive back, but Julian Love is the sounding board. He is the guy that they are relying on to be that veteran presence. And it was fascinating for Julian Love when you had the departures of Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams last year. We wondered who was going to step up and take on that veteran presence of that vocal leader in that secondary room. And Julian Love has been that guy, and I'm excited that he's here. And, I mean, with Nick Eamon-Warry now a part of the equation, I can't think of a better guy that I'd rather have him work with to learn the position and how to carry himself and do all the little things than what Julian Love is going to do. I think they're going to be great for each other. Folks, want to make sure you're subscribed to Seattle Seahawks Today as we bring you our daily news and rumors, sometimes 2 and 3 videos a day. Live shows each and every week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays now. We're doing Madden Sims as well for every single Seahawks game this season. If you love the Hawks, you've come to the right place. You got to be subscribed. We're closing in on 68,000 subscribers. I want you to be the next subscriber to Seattle Seahawks Today. Doesn't cost you a thing. 100% free. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Subscribe now. Stay up to date with everything. We got you covered here on the channel. Let's stay on defense and in the defensive back room. Riq Woolen. Riq Woolen entering his 4th season. This is going to be a very telling season for Riq Woolen. We've seen him have the highs of highs and the lows of lows. It's been a lot of peaks and valleys for Riq in his time with the team. And one of the things that is being talked about, according to Riq, is the chemistry. And I think we all really saw this with how this defense emerged in the second half of last year. Riq said it's just a lot of fun. It's different from going defense on defense. It feels good to be out there competing and getting the chemistry together. And look, you can't fake chemistry, all right? Whether it's in life with a significant other or if it's on the football field and the people you work with. And for Riq Woolen, I think this year is going to be huge for him because it's a contract year. He's trying to prove why he should get paid and stick around. And at the very least, if you want to help your cause of proving why you should stick around and why you deserve to get paid, being a good teammate does not hurt by any stretch of the imagination. And I think Riq gets that, and I think that's going to help him along the way in this big year that I expect from him, and that he'll do a really good job. And Mike Macdonald will be very pleased. And Macdonald's been a big fan of Riq since day one, and I think that's going to continue. What do you think of this defense? We're going to talk about the offensive side of the ball here in just a moment, but how would you grade the defensive group? A, B, C, D, or F. Get your grades in, whip out that red pen, and let us know in the comment section below. Number 4 on our takeaways, Cooper Kupp, one of the newest members of the Seattle Seahawks. My cup runneth over. Cooper Kupp comes in from the Los Angeles Rams, making a return to his home state of Washington. And this is a big change for Cooper Kupp, right? He's playing for a new team for the first time in his career. A new system, a new quarterback, a change of scenery in all assets. But even with that said, Cooper Kupp is coming in saying all the right things. He is very confident in his belief in this offense and what they're going to do in 2025. Here's what he had to say on Kubiak's scheme. I just believe in this style of offense, what it is, the detail that's involved in making it happen. I think it's the kind of offense you have to run if you want to win championships. We've got guys across the board, and guys are bought into and are starting to understand what we're trying to get done. It's exciting to bring that stuff alive. And, I'll say another thing, too. We'll get back to Cooper Kupp in just one moment, but let me say this. This offensive scheme, it's fascinating hearing guys like Cooper Kupp and all that talk about the buy-in. I think he's going to thrive here because Klint Kubiak is walking into a much different situation than he initially signed up for. I think we all knew Tyler Lockett was going to be gone, but the DK trade was a surprise to many. You heard Kubiak speak glowingly of Geno Smith when he was signed, and he was looking forward to working from him. And so to have this change in personnel for Kubiak, guys like Cooper Kupp, Sam Darnold, MVS, and others, and the buy-in is still there, that even with this being, okay, maybe Klint has to change some things, or it's a little different than he thought things were going to go, everyone is still on the same page. And Cooper Kupp, as long as he stays healthy, I think he's going to have a fantastic season with this Seahawks offense and play a crucial role in their success here in 2025. And I'm very confident that it just comes down to the health. If he does that, he's going to be great. What's your confidence level in Cooper Kupp? Scale it for me, 1 through 10. Be honest. How do you think Cooper Kupp is going to do in 2025? I feel pretty good. I'm a little concerned on the injuries. He's a bit older, but when he's healthy, he's still one of the best receivers in football, I think. I'll go with about an 8 out of 10. What's your confidence level? Weigh in and let us know. We've gone this far without talking about QB1. We saved the best for last. Sam Darnold, the new starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, taking over from Geno Smith, signing from the Minnesota Vikings, and he is already taking command of this new offense, leading the way and taking charge. And it's interesting with Sam Darnold, too, because he's already worked with Klint Kubiak and he knows this scheme. He is going to be a part of the process of teaching this offense to everyone else and catching them up to speed on what he already knows. And he's impressing Cooper Kupp in this process already. Kupp said this on Darnold. He's awesome. He's been great in terms of having a little bit of familiarity with the offense coming into this. The insights that he shares and the confidence he has to be able to say, hey, these are things that we have to work in this offense in terms of how we've operated and how he's operated, being able to collaborate together and figure out what that looks like for us as we put this team together, this skill group, this offensive line, this quarterback group, and we get together and we figure out what we're going to be about. To be able to have that collaborative talking, it's been really good. And honestly, that's what I expected from Sam Darnold. We have never heard a complaint about the person Sam Darnold is. There have been some people that maybe weren't too pleased with how things went with the Jets and the Carolina Panthers. But I think most people realize that that was not Sam Darnold's fault, that he was put in a position to fail, and the talent around him was not very good, and he was dealing with poor coaching staffs there. But now coming into Seattle, a fresh start off of a fantastic season, he's only going to go up from there and build from this. I think the version that we saw of Sam Darnold in Minnesota in 2024 is here to stay from this point forward. If you enjoyed today's show, you already know what to do. Hit that like button. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here on Seahawks Today.